Hi all and welcome back to my channel. So this video is about week 1 being completed of my 12-week block for my next race, which is the Berlin Half Marathon at the end of March, and it's a 12-week training program. So I'll be diving into a bit more about what was happening during this week, but the main thing about this week was just showing up and completing those runs, and over the next 12 weeks that intensity and the effort will increase and my fitness levels will also, as well as the speed. But week 1 is just about getting it done and reflecting and knowing that it will get better. So the biggest challenge of this week was the weather. So we had in the UK snow and ice, and that prevented me from doing any of my runs outside. So all 3 of my runs, which I'll dive into a little bit more during this video, were all completed on the treadmill, which is not always the best, but you know, needs must, and it was all done and it's all completed, so it's all good. So I'll just dive into my first run, which was a 9k easy run. So this was completed at what's known as a conversational pace, which is literally that, where if you could imagine if someone was running next to you, you'd still be able to talk but not be fully out of breath and still be able to run at a consistent pace. So I do like the easy runs because it's just about building up the kind of bank of kilometers or miles that you want inside yourself in terms of your body and your capability, and also your mindset as well. So knowing that you can run that kind of distance. And after an easy run, you should be able to feel good and have that feeling where if you needed to, you could run more and you don't get completely gassed out. So it's just ticking over the body and just make sure that you're working on your form, you're keeping your breathing good and just keeping composed, and it will help in other runs and when it comes to race day too. So my second run of the week was a 10k interval run. So the first 2k and the last 2k were both completed at a comfortable pace, so similar to what the pace I was doing on my easy run. And then the 6k was broken up into a set of 2k and doing that 3 times. So the first k was quicker than my comfortable pace and the second k was even quicker than that. So keep doing that. It was really hard. I do feel elated after a interval session because I know it's over. They are difficult, but that will help with pushing yourself in the final k, half a k in a race, having that power, and also having that mindset that, again, you're capable of running at that pace for a prolonged time period. So these were a k and another k, so I was running quicker than what I was on previous runs. But it's good to test the body out and test the mind. And you know from an interval run that they probably will get harder during your training, but you will get fitter and your body will be more accustomed to those intervals and pushing yourself through them. So the final run of week 1 was a 17k treadmill run. That was completed and it felt good. It was difficult in terms of keeping that motivation because you're running in one spot, but the gym I went to had a TV screen on the treadmill as well as being an open space gym, so I could just stare into the space, be alone with my thoughts, have a good playlist with high and fast beats per minute to keep me going through those kilometers that I had to run. So the annoying thing with the treadmill is when you're running that kind of distance is that the treadmill tends to cut off after 60 minutes. So running that amount of kilometers, you know, you have to restart it, reconfigure it and bring it up to speed. So I did stop my watch, well, in terms of pausing it, sorry, and then continue with the run. So it was good fun. But do I want to do that distance again on a treadmill? No. But if I have to, I have to, as part of the training block. So hopefully the weather, especially here in the UK, does get a lot better, that there's no snow and ice or anything like that in terms of on the ground, and we should be good to complete most of the runs outside, which is what I want, what I love. Being outside is so much better than being on a treadmill, but I'm sure a lot of people can attest to that who completed both types of running. So the only difficulty that I had during week 1 was that I was due to do an interval session, another one during week 1. However, the snow was quite bad and really couldn't get a car off the road to even get to the gym. So I had to cancel that, and I've moved that particular interval run into week 2. So week 2 will have an additional run, but that's fine. I will try and do my best to recover, stretch, work on mobility, and I'll be in a good spot. So it's been a good week, and I'm looking forward to the next 11. I do look forward to a taper week. So a taper week, what that essentially is what works well in my 12-week block is every 4 weeks I have a taper week, and a taper week is where the frequency and intensity will come down. So for some people it will be both, some people it will be one or the other. For me, I believe from looking at my plan, it will be the intensity. So that will be how many intervals I'm doing in terms of the distance that I'm doing in each run. That will decrease. It's kind of the thought process behind it is to kind of re-energize, refocus, and come back stronger. And the good thing is, I know during week 12, which is race week, is that will probably consist of 2 runs before I race in Berlin. So my plan is to potentially run on the Monday and run on the Wednesday, because I'm flying out to Berlin on the Thursday very early in the morning, and I don't really want to take additional running kit with me. So I'd rather do the run on Wednesday. Then I've still got Thursday, Friday, Saturday to recover in terms of the legs, keep them fresh. I know going to a capital city like Berlin, there'll be a lot of walking. So on the Saturday, I'll try and keep off my feet as much as possible, take Ubers where I can, and just enjoy the city and the sights. I'm going with a couple of friends, so that would be amazing just to experience a new city, which I'm looking forward to. I just wanted to say thanks for listening to my video and watching my video. If you do like the content, please press the like button, comment on any kind of topics or subjects you want me to go through. And if you feel that this video will be of benefit to anyone, please press that share button. So I feel proud and privileged that you're allowing me to speak about my journey, and hopefully it inspires the next generation of runners. Also, separate from running, it inspires you to achieve whatever goals you may have for this upcoming year. Just remember, a plan is a plan, and it won't always go to plan. You'll have your good days and your bad days, but it's just having that motivation and consistency to keep going even when the times get a bit tougher. Just wanted to say thanks again for listening to my video and watching my video, and I'll see you on the other side. I just hope that the weather where you may be in the world is a lot better than what it is in the UK. Our weather's been terrible. I'm just hoping it gets a lot better. It can't get much worse, really. And I look forward to continually to share my journey with you guys. And I just hope that you enjoy the content. But yeah, I'll see you on the other side, and have a great day wherever you may be in the world. Take care.